Now we go with the last unit, Unit 5. Unit 5 is applications of transforms to signals and systems. So this is unit 5, last unit. So application of transforms to signals and systems. Very few topics in this unit, hardly 4 topics we have. Okay, so we will actually discuss few things here, few separate things actually. First one, what we think is what we start with is we just start with the Fourier transform. Then actually we have a very important concept in signals and systems, though you actually will not be studying much of it, but for ECE and all, is a very important LTI systems. So we study about a linear time invariant systems. So here in this case we will be studying little more about some small concept related to discrete time invariant system. Discrete time, linear time invariant system, LTI we call it. So we go with that particular, and a little bit of stability we will discuss based on for the LTI system. And then the last actually we just go with a little bit of correlation regarding the Z transforms and the Laplace transforms also we will touch upon. So it covers the few signals and a few systems in here. Okay, so this is our unit. Now the first topic here is actually it is a Fourier transform. It is a Fourier transform from application to periodic signal. So this is the only separate topic, periodic signal. Fourier transform application to periodic signal. Okay, already periodic signal you have made a note of it. X of t, a continuous time signal x of t is said to be periodic if it satisfies the condition like this. Okay, so where if there exists a period capital T, a smallest positive non-zero value capital T, such that x of t plus t is equal to x of t. Okay, so here your t is the fundamental period. Okay, suppose if you consider t naught to be the fundamental period of t, which is the smallest value of t, then what we have is 1 by t naught, which we call it as f naught, which is referred to as fundamental frequency. Fine. Now what is it we will be doing is we will try to find out a Fourier transform of this x of t, periodic signal. But as it is, we cannot take the signal. So what we will do it is we will actually we have Fourier representation, Fourier series representation of this periodic signal in terms of complex. So first what we will do it is we will write down the complex Fourier series representation of this periodic signal, and to that we will apply the Fourier transform. Okay. Now, I'll just write down it as complex exponential Fourier series representation of periodic signal. How it is represented is what is your x of t. So x of t is equal to, it is a sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity Cn e to the power of j n omega naught t, where omega naught is 2 pi by t, where your t is the period, omega naught is equal to 2 pi by t, and Cn is the Fourier coefficients. Fourier coefficients. Now, this Cn is given by Cn is equal to 1 by t integral minus t by 2 to t by 2 x of t e to the power of minus j omega naught, it is minus jn, we will consider jn omega naught t, this is t. If your n is 0, if your n is 0, then this is given by c naught, which is 1 by t, okay, integral minus t by 2 to t by 2, it is x of t dt, x of t dt, this is nothing but, if you look into it, it is nothing but the average of, okay, average value of x of t over the period. So this is what actually we will consider x of t. X of t is equal to sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity Cn e to the power of jn omega t, omega naught t. Now we will find the Fourier transform of this x of t. Yeah. So Fourier transform. Okay, so we represent this by x of omega, which is the Fourier transform of x of t. Okay, we are representing this by x of omega. So this is given by Fourier transform of x of t. This is nothing but Fourier transform of sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity Cn, it is e to the power of j n omega naught t. So this is the Fourier transform. Now by the addition, we go out of this, we write down sigma n is equal to minus infinity to infinity. So this will be Fourier transform of Cn e to the power of j n omega naught t. So this is the now here we will use different principles here actually. We have what is called as a frequency shifting theorem. We will use property, we will use, then we will have a principle of homogeneity we will use, and we will actually go with the Fourier transform of a constant. Now first let me talk about Fourier transform of a constant. Fourier transform of a constant, that is 1, is given by 2 pi delta omega. This is Fourier transform of a constant. Okay, now what we have is this is one thing you have to note down, and the other thing what we have to note down is if suppose x of t, if you take the Fourier transform of x of t is x of omega, right? If e to the power of j omega naught t, x of t is there, then the Fourier transform of this is given by x of omega minus omega naught. So this is by frequency shifting property. Frequency shifting property. Shifting property. This we have done in our first unit, frequency shifting property, but in a different way. So this is your frequency shifting property. Okay. Now another point. Now what is it we have? Actually we have here Cn e to the power of jn omega naught t. Now actually what is it we have is we follow actually the principle of homogeneity here. Principle of homogeneity is, but that is we are multiplying. If suppose we have a Cn here, then we will even multiply 2 pi Cn actually to this delta omega Okay, delta omega we will multiply. That means suppose you have 1. Okay, suppose if you have 1, then the Fourier transform of 2 pi it will be having. Suppose you have Cn into 1, some constant is there, then you take the multiplication of that constant also. So this will become the Fourier transform of Cn. Okay, so this we will be using it. Now what is it we have actually? We have now Cn e to the power of jn omega naught t. So Fourier transform of what is it we will be writing down is e to the power of j omega naught. I'll just write down. If suppose this is there, then this is written as e to the power of j omega naught t into 1 we will take. Okay, so this is nothing but Fourier transform of 1, right, where omega is omega minus omega naught. So this value will become 2 pi, it is delta omega minus omega naught. Right, now this is, if it is 1 and this is multiplied, so by using everything. Now suppose what is our thing? Our thing is Fourier transform of Cn. Okay, I'll just write down above. Now we have Fourier transform of, what is it we have? It is e to the power of j n omega naught t. Okay, into, now what is it we are having now? Cn we are having. So this is what we will have. Okay, so this will be 2 pi Cn, it is delta omega minus omega naught. Okay, now we have n here, so we will be having n also here. So omega minus n omega naught. So now this is the Fourier transform of, this is what is important for us. So x of omega is equal to, it is a sigma, n is equal to minus infinity to infinity 2 pi Cn delta omega minus n omega naught. So this is the Fourier transform of a periodic signal. Okay.